Yeah, this is a demonstration. We're just using a few head. You can do this with 1,000 head. You can do this with a couple of hundred head. If you've got 3, you can do it. The dogs take the pressure on the cattle. They feel the pressure. They know where to be, and a tremendous help. These cattle came in here this afternoon at 2 o'clock. They've never seen a dog. Typically, we like to take the cattle and condition them to the dogs. So this afternoon, Juan brought the dogs in here, and we run the cattle around, walked around them, conditioned them, got them used to the dog. Once you get the cattle used to the dog, it makes a lot of difference. It helps tremendously. In 2011, there were several of us that had got together. We saw the need for an organization to help cattlemen, to help promote, to help teach, to help learn what a cattleman can do with these dogs. So at that point, we formed the National Cattlemen's Cattle Dog Association. In conjunction with Juan, Bob Wagner, Richard Brandon, myself, several of us, we saw there was a vast need to teach people about these dogs. This is what we're trying to get across today. And it's amazing, once you get the cattle conditioned and once you have a well-trained dog, what you can do with these dogs. You know, the cost this day and time of labor on your ranch is getting astronomical. It's getting quite large. And if you watch here today, the way that you can cut your ranch costs and handling costs is a good cowboy with a couple of dogs, or a good cowboy with 1 dog, can likely replace 2 cowboys to 3 cowboys. Now, when you take that into consideration, and you got to think about, well, I may have to bail him out of jail on Monday because he got drunk, because he borrowed money from me on a Friday night, and I'm not going to get it paid back. And then if you have to pay Social Security and workman comp, it mounts up to a pretty good bit. People say, well, these dogs cost a lot of money. Yes, the good trained dogs are quite expensive, but they probably don't cost as much as that good horse that you got your legs strung across your ride. And what they can save you in time and expense is amazing. When he's through, all this dog wants is a pat on his head, a little feed, and he's your best buddy, your best companion, and he'll show up every morning for work. As you can see Juan working the dogs, Juan tries to stay pretty quiet. And we found out in the past with the dogs, people that get loud and holler, it kind of raises the dog up. It kind of gets them built up. So there'll be a lot of times you'll never hear him giving a command, but that dog can hear you. Very responsive, very quick. And as you'll see, the dog knows where the cattle are at. He knows how to get off the pressure. He knows where not to get kicked, where not to get hurt. And like I mentioned earlier, this is the first time these cattle had seen a dog. So it's pretty amazing to be able to do some of the things in a quiet, workmanship manner and fashion with the cattle. And they've never even seen a dog or been conditioned to a dog. The dog on my left, the dog in the back right now, his name is Dan. Juan hadn't owned him very long. I guess he bought him back last fall sometime, last summer. The reason he bought this dog is he carries a tremendous amount of national and international champions in his blood. He's an imported dog. And what we found out is we like to go back to the old foundation dogs that come from the hills, the working lines, the dogs that have the stamina, the dogs that have the brains. And that's where you train these dogs, with the brains. The dog laying down on my left right here, his name is Red. He was bred by one of your fellow Texans, Mr. Red Oliver from Caldwell, Texas. Well-known dog handler through the years and years, has won a lot, has been a mentor for a lot of us. The guy that kind of paved the path for us to go. The dog Red is one of the top leading sires in the nation today. There are many pups on the ground out of Red that are showing great promise in trials and on ranches across the country, simply because of the brains, the bidability, the easy way to work. He is probably the most outstanding sire today of cattle dogs in the country.
One of the things I like, as we all know, the oil field's taking all our help in the state of Wyoming anyway, so it's hard to find help. That's what these guys are replacing some of the help that is so hard to find nowadays. I say the best scenario you can have is a good horse, a good cowman, and a good dog, and then you can do some harm then. You can move a lot of cattle in one day. There's nothing for us, my son or myself, to go horseback and have 3 or 4 dogs, and we'll handle 300-400 head of yearlings. And if you go to the booth down there, you'll see what we do. There's some videos over there. Is that correct? We have some videos of moving stock in the plains, in the mountains, just about anywhere. And once we figure how to use these dogs, they can be an amazing amount of help to you guys. So I know that I certainly wouldn't be running the number of cattle that I run if it wasn't for Border Collies. It used to be a hassle. You know, whenever we got our yearlings in big country, we always figure they have one big run at you before they walked into the corrals. And we have eliminated pretty much all of that. We just send those dogs out, and they have enough respect for them. They don't turn back on us. And whenever you used to send the cowboy to the lead, he either turned him back over the top of you, or they went down the wrong draw. So these guys are pretty good at this kind of stuff.